What does it mean to be alive? It's one of those things you learn as a child as foundational, so simple you don't question it. I'm standing on the ground, and I'm alive. The dictionary defines alive as not dead, and dead as no longer living. Very helpful. We don't seem to know how to even approach this topic. We seem to think it's too simple to think about, and go on basing many of our views on an unquestioned idea ingrained in us at a young age. A biology book will state a set of criteria required to earn this prestigious title of alive, but that comes across to me as a set of properties of things we call alive, a description. So let's start with what we know. We're alive, plants and animals are alive, and a rock is not alive. There's a start. We know the definition for life is found somewhere between a rock and us plants and animals. If we keep going like this, we find that we bracket into a thing which could be argued as alive or not, and that thing is a virus. On the simpler side of a virus, we have large molecules like fat, proteins, and sugar. Still simpler, and we progress towards smaller molecules like those things that make up our definitely dead rock. On the more complex side of a virus, we have bacteria and cells. More complicated still, organisms like our definitely alive plants and animals. So it would seem we call something alive whenever it becomes so complicated we can no longer easily understand it. To us, the interactions between components and the organization of a cell seem to give it a life of its own, and we call it alive. But it's the same thing as the simpler reactions that we don't call alive. It's a group of compounds reacting according to the laws of nature. Just as ice crystals seem to spontaneously form and grow on their own, so does sugar spontaneously form. So do cells. Everything in our environment is the result of spontaneous chemical reactions. But when it seems excessively organized to be called chemistry, we rename it life. It's as if the words life and alive are used to describe some kind of medieval magic taking place. Maybe we're no more alive than that rock, or the rock is no less alive than us. We're all made of chemicals present in the universe, every minute detail preordained by the laws of nature. We don't exist as alive individuals, we just feel like we do. It's easy to just dismiss it all, give in to emotion and grasp onto this magical idea of being alive. We're simply part of the universe. On a grander scale, we're little different than a termite or a simple chemical reaction. We're hardly distinguishable from our rock. So, in the time in which a collection of chemical reactions gives rise to our concept of our own lives existing, maybe we should think of other people, other forms of life, and even everything in our environment and universe, not as lesser or dead, but sort of as our brothers and sisters. Not our brothers and sisters, but part of ourselves, as me. We're all extensions of the same organism. As such, we should be respectful and not consider ourselves so high above all else, because we're not.